The 21st of July, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Okay, good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here, Yeshiva Samanashi, I'm chair of Zoom, our second chair, Mishna Berura. When you help us, Yadayim is Siman Kuf Samech. Okay, we're in the middle of, we'll say base. Let's just read the Mechaber and then we'll pick up with the Mishna Berura where we left off. Yeah, Mary, would you like to read?
Okay. Kuf Samech Bet. Okay, so let's see what it says. It says, Asad b'mayim melacha, so one does work with water. Shara bahem.
Soak with them pito. He soaked his bread. He soaked bread in the water.
Oh, he soaked bahem pito, right? He soaked bread in it. Afilu nitkavein lishrot bikli zeh v'nafal l'sheni. Okay, so if what if something fell into the vessel?
Oh, wait, you missed, even if he intended to use it.
Oh, even if he intended, l'sharet, or lishrot bikli. Okay, even if he intended to use it, this vessel, and something fell into it, it's psulim. It's not fit for it, not fit to use. Okay, ve'im tzilein yayin b'mayim psulim. And if he cools wine in it, in the water, it's not fit to use. Ve'im heidiach bahem kelim psulim. I forgot what heidiach was.
Well, that's to wash. If he wants to wash kelim.
Oh, if he wants to wash kelim, it's not fit to use. Okay, the im hayu kelim mudachim chadashim. But then even if the kelim mudachim or were washed, whether they were new or they were old, I guess. It's the water is valid to use. Yeshirim. Okay. Let's see. Ve'im hibil bahem hanach tom hagiluskim. Perush kikrot lechem. So, and if he dipped in it, what's kikrot lechem? Pieces of bread, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. Pieces of bread in it. Okay. Pesulim. It's not fit. Aval im taval yadav b'mayim v'tach b'nei hagiluskin o shechafatz, no, chafan mehem v'hafnav amayim hanishaim lo na'aseh vahem melacha. Okay, so let's see. V'tach latuach. Latach pnei, I guess.
Tach is to baste.
Oh, to baste this gluskin.
Gluskim are the unbaked breads, the doughs ready to be baked.
Oh, the bread. Okay. Okay, Oshe Chafan Mehem B'Chafnav. Okay. So where he took, let's see, a handful of water.
Right. Or shehafechin hafnim hamayim. I'm sorry. Let's say he was applying water to it from a some type of a basin of water that
Oh, so
left,
he's putting water over the dough or something, I guess.
something
Maybe.
like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So the mayim that remains, the water that remains, lo na'aseh ham, that was not, I guess, used for melacha, ulefikach ksherim. Therefore, it's permitted. Imlo nishtanu marehem, as long as I guess the appearance didn't change.
Right.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So that'll bring us to let's see. We were Sifkat and Yud. If he had washed, if the diakman can't even washed, use these waters for washing.
Okay. So
Sifkat and
let's
Yud.
see. The im hediach, you use them for washing. Okay. Let's see. Medavar hadavuk bahem o kidei shenistalech mehem chareach. Okay, so what, something was attached, hadavuk, to them, or
There's something.
yeah,
Good. Good.
or in order to uh, 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 rid themselves of the smell, rid them
Right,
of
to
the
remove the
smell.
smell, right? That's it.
Oh, so he's cutting up onions, let's say. I guess that can make your
Uh,
hands smelly.
yeah, yeah, right.
Okay, very good. Yud Aleph Kelim, the utensils. V'hu hadin im hediach bahem yirakot. Okay, so and this is the din, I guess, if he washed vegetables.
Right, because the Huadin, the same halacha applies, meaning just as if he washed dishes in the water, they become now unfit for washing his hands. Likewise, if he used the water to wash vegetables, let's say he's soaking his tomatoes, his cucumbers, cleaning them off.
Uh-huh. Okay, mashma l'kaora de'im hayu mudachim unikiyim kisherim hamayim. Okay, so we can conclude that if they were, I guess, washed and clean, it's okay. The water will be okay. Delo mikre melacha. Okay, since the water was not used for work. Okay.
Mashma l'chor, it seems apparently, if they were washed and they were rather clean, kisheramaim, the water would be kosher. Would be that's not considered as doing work with it. Doim the kalim, similar to kalim, like what we see that you simply maybe rinsed off the clean kalim with the water. That's not considered doing work with them.
Uh-huh. Okay, so mikol makom im saravahem hayirakot shelo yikmashu. Okay, so nevertheless, if he soaked them, the vegetables, okay, shelo yikmashu, that they shouldn't go bad, maybe,
I think they shouldn't wilt. The vegetables shouldn't wilt. Let's say he was keeping the vegetables in the water, that they should stay fresh. And they didn't have refrigeration like we had in those days. In those days, if you would want to have vegetables, you want to keep them fresh, most likely you would keep them in water. It'd be a very good way to keep them fresh.
Uh-huh, okay. And that's, I guess, according to the Magen Avraham.
I know. I know that I used to. It was I know a place I used to be. I was working in a certain restaurant, so they would make salad. They would make salad for the whole day.
Uh-huh.
They make salad the whole day. So, they would chop up, have to rinse and check the lettuce, make sure there's no bugs and such like that. Rinse this lettuce and all that. And then they would put it in a big container, the size of a, double-sized garbage pail, right? Obviously it was clean, not a garbage pail. It was double. It was garbage. It was used, and they would fill it up with water, and they put all the lettuce in the water and keep that in the refrigerator, in the walk-in refrigerator. So that would keep the lettuce fresh the whole day. You didn't, obviously when a person orders a salad, you're not going to start chopping up the vegetables straight on the, right there. Everything's pre-prepared. It was a busy restaurant. So they had the water there, and they had the vegetables soaking in the water in the refrigerator, and kept them very crisp and fresh.
Very good. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Mikol makom, im sarava hen hayirakot shelo yikmishu. Okay, so nevertheless, if one, I guess, soaked the vegetables so they wouldn't wilt, dot Magen Avraham, according to the Magen Avraham, the od eze achroni mikre melacha ufasulin. But still, I guess other achronim call this work, and it's not valid. Okay.
That would be invalid because you have a machlokus there, right?
Would be invalid. Okay. V'yesh v'kilin v'diavad im heim lachim u'nikiyim may afrurit unetanam rak ya'amdu lach luchit shebahem. Okay, so there are some lenient b'diavad on if they are lachim, I guess, moist and clean. May afrurit. Not sure afrurit.
Afurit, I think. What's called? What is called afurit? I think that's like dust and dirt.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Like I think that would be like dust and dirt.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Nowadays you have to wash. So many people are careful to wash the vegetables. There's insecticides and such on them. Yes,
Right. That's true. Yes.
So, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Unetatan rak ya'amdu lach luchit shebahem. Okay, and so there is still moisture on them, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
Ve'im yizdamein lo achar kach mayim. And if there still remains afterwards water, nachon tol shenit b'li bracha.
So this is
Yeah.
no. This is talking about if you've if you use this water, there are those who are strict about it not to use this water. There's someone who's lenient to use this water. So if you have no other choice and you did in fact use this water, so you should go back and redo the washing, but without a bracha. If you get water,
Uh-huh.
good water, if you get fresh, good water at a later point, then you should go back and rewash, but again, without a bracha.
Oh, okay. Li
Little
bracha.
shenis, bli bracha. You wash a second time without a bracha.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, I'm wondering if
Hmm.
brings up a quick question. You doesn't have to answer it. If one is washing his hands before uh, a meal
Right.
as a bracha, but I don't know, on the way to the table, I don't know, we touched something that was sticky, or someone spilled I don't know, something on his hands. So if he goes back and re-washes, should he also re-wash without a bracha then, since he already said one?
So the point you're raising is an important, it's a very common question. If he washed his hands properly, made a bracha, and
Mhm.
then for example, he touched it, you said something sticky. Uh, so his hands should really be clean. There's two things. Your hands have to be tahor for the bracha of
Right,
hamotzi. They have to be pure, ritually pure, and then also they should be clean, also for the sake of the bracha and the sake of eating. Right. So here you have your hands that are ritually pure for the bracha, but yet they might, since you got something sticky on them, they're not really clean enough for the bracha. Because the Rosh Scheinberg once told us that that your hands should be clean enough to make a bracha. That if you would shake someone's hand the way they are, you wouldn't feel embarrassed about shaking them hand, then that means they're clean enough to make a bracha. Meaning, if you got something sticky on your hands and someone put out their hand, you'd be embarrassed to stick, you put out your hand there and you get his hand full of chocolate syrup, so he's not going to be very happy with your handshake,
right, right.
right?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
you've been eating your French fries and fried chicken, so you got your chicken grease all over your hands. So you're not
Mhm.
going to be very fast to shake someone's hand. You'll say, "Give me a minute." You wipe off your hands, you rinse them off, whatever you'll do, but you'd be embarrassed and ashamed to shake someone's hand with such hands like that. So if your hands are that kind in that state, a person should refrain from making a bracha with hands. So they have to wash them off. You don't have to wash with the kli. You don't have to wash with everything else. You could just take soap and water and rinse them off and make them clean,
Ah,
right? So likewise,
right.
also over here, if you had your hands clean, ritually clean, you made a bracha properly with the washing twice on each hand for the homotzi, but then you touched something, got your hands dirty. Right? Let's say one of the grandchildren ran by and grabbed your hand, and he was just playing with a bunch of I don't know, whatever colored paints. I don't know, finger paints. So you got
Right.
finger paints all your hands. So it's enough. You just take some soap and water and rinse them off and dry your hands. That's enough. Um, because your hand. But on the other hand, let's say this is very common. Sometimes you go to sometimes you go to a chasna, a wedding, and you wash for a motzi, and on your way back from the table, from a washing place where you're washing to your table, sometimes someone will inadvertently, touch your hands, and if your hands are wet, you could contract the tumor from his hands onto your hands. In which case, that
Ah,
would necessitate another washing. Whether it needs another bracha or not, that's a big question, but at least another ritual washing you should go ahead and do.
aha.
So, yeah. So if you get your hands dirty on the way from Netilas, from the bracha Netilas Yadayim to the bracha of Hamotzi, if you get your hands dirty, simply dirty, not ritually impure, but if you get them dirty, so so then it's enough just to wash them, rinse them off, or if you need a little soap, just rinse them off and then dry them properly. But if you get them in ritually impure, I mean, let's say you touched your shoes, or let's say you touched somebody's hands that were not washed and your hands were wet, right? Let's say you scratched under your head, your keeper or something like that, where your hands would be necessitating another ritual washing. So then you should rewash again. Again, like with the bracha in that case, there's a little bit of a discussion. So it's hard to know if you should really make a bracha, but at least wash your hands again.
Okay, very good, Yeshkaya. Okay, I think that's time. Yeah.
Okay, so good. So we're in the middle. We'll have to pick up again when we get
Okay, you bet.
further on.
Right.
Bezos. Very good. Thank you, Mayor.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Lou.
Thank
You
you.
both have a good afternoon. Hope to see you both tomorrow.
Okay, very good, Yeshkaya.
Thank you.
good week.
You too. Bye.
Okay,
You too.
well.
Thank you, Lou.